Before standing up to someone, it's essential to clarify what respect means for you. Respect can look different for different people. For some, it might mean being spoken to politely, while for others, it might mean having personal boundaries honored. Reflect on past situations where you felt respected and those where you didn't, and ask yourself why each scenario left an impact. This self-awareness builds a foundation for understanding and asserting your boundaries clearly. Knowing exactly what you expect from others helps you approach them assertively, rather than reactively when they cross those lines. Often, people tolerate small instances of disrespect until they accumulate, making it harder to address them later. Learning to recognize signs of disrespect early, such as being spoken over, dismissed, or insulted, allows you to set boundaries right away. Identifying these behaviors early also helps prevent a toxic cycle where disrespect becomes normalized. It's easier to address an issue when it arises the first time rather than letting a pattern develop. So be mindful of how people treat you in various situations and speak up promptly if something feels off. Sometimes people may downplay or ignore your feelings of disrespect, leading you to question your own experiences. Trust that if something feels disrespectful to you, it likely is. Your feelings serve as a crucial guide to help you detect mistreatment, even when others dismiss it. Instead of rationalizing or excusing the other person's behavior, remind yourself that you're entitled to feel valued and respected. Developing trust in your feelings strengthens your confidence, making it easier to stand up for yourself when boundaries are crossed. Standing up to disrespectful people requires setting clear boundaries. Decide what behaviors are unacceptable and let others know where those limits are. For instance, if someone frequently interrupts you, let them know you expect to finish your thoughts without being cut off. Being specific with your expectations leaves little room for misinterpretation and shows that you respect yourself enough to demand respectful interactions. Although this may feel uncomfortable initially, boundary setting is a necessary skill for maintaining healthy relationships and ensuring that people understand how to treat you. Assertive communication is key to standing up for yourself in a respectful, clear manner. Instead of being passive or aggressive, assertive communication allows you to express your needs calmly and confidently. Use I statements like, "I feel disrespected when you speak to me in that tone," rather than, "You're being disrespectful." This technique shifts the focus to how the behavior affects you, which often reduces defensiveness in the other person. Assertiveness also helps you maintain your dignity and communicate firmly without escalating the conflict. People who disrespect others often enjoy provoking a reaction, but reacting emotionally can undermine your stance. Instead, remain calm and focused on the main issue at hand. Refuse to engage in unnecessary arguments or respond to inflammatory comments. By controlling your emotions, you show strength and resilience, making it clear that you won't be easily manipulated. If someone tries to argue or belittle you, reiterate your boundaries calmly and firmly, signaling that disrespectful behavior won't disrupt your composure. When addressing disrespectful behavior, focus on specific actions rather than making emotionally charged statements. Describe what happened objectively. For instance, "During the meeting, I noticed you spoke over me several times." Sticking to the facts reduces defensiveness and ensures your message is heard. Being factual allows you to avoid emotional arguments and keeps the discussion focused, making it easier for the other person to understand why their behavior was disrespectful and what needs to change. Consistency is crucial in establishing respect. If you allow disrespect occasionally, people might assume your boundaries are flexible, which can invite more disrespect over time. Make it a priority to enforce your boundaries in every interaction, no matter how small the slight may seem. Staying consistent shows that you value yourself and won't tolerate being treated poorly, reinforcing your stance and helping others to recognize that you're serious about being respected. Body language speaks volumes, especially in confrontational situations. Standing up straight, making eye contact, and speaking in a steady voice can make you appear more confident and less likely to be pushed around. Avoid crossing your arms or looking down, as these can suggest insecurity. Confident body language reinforces your verbal communication, showing that you're self-assured and unwavering in your demand for respect. People are often less likely to challenge someone who exudes confidence through both words and actions. Self-respect is essential in standing up to others. Treat yourself with kindness, respect your own time, and honor your goals and priorities. When you value yourself, you're less likely to tolerate disrespect from others because it clashes with your self-perception. By practicing self-respect daily, you strengthen your resolve to demand respect from others. Over time, this commitment to self-respect becomes second nature, making it easier to stand firm when faced with challenging people. Sometimes the most powerful response to disrespect is to simply walk away. If someone continually disrespects you despite your attempts to set boundaries, recognize that you don't owe them any more of your time or energy. Walking away isn't a sign of weakness, but a show of strength and self-respect. Choosing to remove yourself from toxic interactions allows you to protect your peace and focus on relationships where mutual respect is valued. While it's crucial to stand up to disrespect from others, ensure that you also practice respect consistently. Self-reflect and hold yourself accountable for treating others well, as this builds credibility and reinforces the standards you expect. Being a role model for respectful behavior not only strengthens your self-respect, but also encourages others to reciprocate. When you lead by example, you can confidently demand respect from others with integrity and authenticity. Having support can boost your confidence in dealing with disrespect. Talk to friends, family, or mentors who understand and respect you, and seek their perspective on handling difficult situations. Allies can provide valuable insight, encouragement, and reassurance, reminding you that you're not alone. Knowing there are people who stand by you can empower you to stand up to disrespectful individuals, reinforcing your confidence and determination. If someone continues to disrespect you despite clear boundaries, establish consequences. For example, if a coworker repeatedly undermines you, let them know that you'll escalate the matter to a supervisor if it persists. Consequences demonstrate that you won't tolerate ongoing disrespect and are willing to take further action to protect yourself. When people see that their actions have repercussions, they're more likely to reconsider their behavior. Don't rely on external validation to feel respected. Instead, focus on your own growth, goals, and self-improvement. When you prioritize self-development, you'll be less affected by others' disrespectful behavior. People's opinions lose power over you when you're confident in who you are and what you stand for. By nurturing your self-worth independently, you make it clear that your value isn't contingent upon anyone else's approval. Standing up for yourself is a skill that grows over time. Acknowledge and celebrate each instance where you successfully defended your boundaries. Reflect on how far you've come in valuing and respecting yourself, as these reminders help build resilience. By recognizing your progress, you strengthen your commitment to self-respect and continue growing in your ability to demand respect from others, one step at a time. Disrespect is often more about the person's insecurities or lack of maturity than it is about you. Try not to take their actions personally, as this detachment allows you to respond more objectively. Staying calm and emotionally neutral makes it easier to address the behavior rather than reacting to it. Remembering that their actions reflect them, not you, helps you maintain your composure and assert your boundaries with clarity. Standing up to disrespectful people can be challenging, and sometimes you may feel drained or upset. Practice self-compassion, acknowledging that it's okay to feel frustrated or uncomfortable. Embracing self-compassion helps you bounce back quickly from these situations and reminds you that your feelings are valid. By nurturing a gentle, kind attitude towards yourself, you reinforce your inner strength, which is essential for standing up to any challenges you may face and demanding respect from others.